Do you love fresh guacamole? Check out all these delicious fresh ingredients. Now we do carry a guacamole mix, but if you want to make it all from scratch with fresh vegetables, you are going to love this. So we're going to start first with the electric twist and chop. I'm going to take a bunch of cilantro and I'm just going to cut off just a little bit of the stems. The stems generally are the same flavor as your leaves, so you can go ahead and add those in. We're going to put the hard and herby ingredients in there first. We'll do some red onion. You can do a jalapeno in here. I'm going to skip it today. We prefer not to have spicy guacamole, but if you want that, you can go ahead and add anywhere from half to a whole jalapeno and it will taste amazing. Garlic, I like to use a smaller clove for this so it's not too spicy because it's going to be raw. So add your clove of garlic right to your garlic press and give it a squeeze right over your electric twist and chop. It already smells so yummy and fresh. I just love guacamole. It's so good. All right, now you're going to go ahead and just pulse this till it's nice and minced. Just right here. And watch the post, it moves up and down. Pretty easy, huh? See this? Look at that, all finely minced. Now we're gonna do, I'll take about half of this Roma tomato. I'm gonna slice it halfway down, slice it lengthwise, because I wanna take the seeds out. So the way to do that is when you slice it lengthwise, you can just take a spoon and you're gonna get those out. And what that is that's where all the liquidy part of your tomato is. So basically you're getting all of that juicy stuff out, just like that. And just scrape it down. Doesn't have to be perfect. If your avocados are really big, you can do the full tomato. We'll test it first with just half and see how we like it. All right, now next up are the avocados. So when you buy your avocados, if they're green and hard when you first get them, just let them sit on your counter for about 3 days. And once they feel a little bit soft, then you can put them in the refrigerator until you're ready to use them. My favorite way to open an avocado is with a butter knife or our all-purpose spreader, not anything sharp. Just poke it in there, run it all the way around, and when you twist, you've got your avocado right there. You can, if you want to get slices, you can slice it in there. I'm just going to squeeze the outside of the avocado, and I can get all of the fruit right out, just like that. Okay, so it's easy. Now to get the pit out, all you got to do is squeeze gently, and your pit comes out. You don't have to whack it with a sharp knife. That's dangerous. You could miss. It happens all the time. So just squeeze them out. If you find avocados go on sale, like sometimes you can go to Aldi and they're not expensive, you can make a bunch of guacamole and freeze it. Did you know that? Because you've got citrus in there, it's the peel's a little thicker, so I'm just gonna scoop it out. The citrus that's going to be added will keep it from browning, so as long as you keep it in a Ziploc bag and all of the air is squeezed out, you can store it right in the freezer in meal-sized portions. So it's a good use of your time because you're just doing it one time, and you'll find that you've saved money because you got it when it was on sale. Your mix and chop is good for things beyond ground beef. You can use it for things like this. I'm gonna leave it kind of chunky, so that's about right. Okay, and now we'll go ahead and add the juice. Now, the secret to my guacamole, and why I call it awesome guacamole, is because I use a bit of orange juice as well as lime juice. Okay, so when you're choosing your limes, look for the ones that have like yellowish patches on them. That's nature's way of telling you it's an especially juicy fruit. And they should feel heavy for their size, and they shouldn't feel super hard either, okay? So for our orange, we don't need very much, okay? So you'll have some, you can use some for garnishing. So about this much orange is all you're gonna need. We're gonna squeeze that juice. There's something about that little bit of sweetness from your orange juice that just takes this guacamole right over the top. So I've got the citrus press. I'm being careful because I don't want to shoot myself in the eye with it. Okay, and then when you're using your citrus press for limes, turn them upside down, and then you can press right through that way. Look how juicy that is. I think half a lime is going to be plenty for this amount of avocado. I can always add more if I want it. All right, now let's go ahead and add the minced vegetables. It doesn't look like much, but it's just right. So when you have guacamole, do you tend to like it with dipping with vegetables? Do you use it as a condiment, like maybe if you're doing a burger bar? I've got a stem in there, I'll pull that out. Or maybe you just like doing it the traditional way with tortilla chips. I think I'll take it however I can get it. I love guacamole on toast. So it's like avocado toast. Or for a really great omelet, try some avocado, bacon and cheddar as a filler. It's amazing. Okay, look at this. Let's add a little salt to that. That's usually the one ingredient that if something's missing, that's all you need is a little salt. Looks perfect. All right, now when you're ready to store this, you want to put it in a bowl that is pretty close in size to what you are serving it from, okay? So that way you can put a little bit of plastic wrap on top until you're ready to serve. We don't want any air getting to it to keep it from, so that we can keep it from browning. So I like to just flatten the top. So when you've got your plastic wrap, just bring it on the inside of the bowl and let it touch the guacamole. Put it right on there. Push out any air pockets that you might see. So you see how it looks almost like shrink wrapped? And then you can bring your wrap over the edge like that, and then I'll add my lid. And now this will be ready until we need it for dinner. When we're finished, if there's any left over, if I can, I'll use the same piece of plastic wrap, or I'll grab a new one and then make sure it's also touching. So there's your recipe for awesome guacamole. I love it with all fresh ingredients. It's a great way to get your veggies in too. Will you give it a try?